Five Nights at Freddy's, a game known for revolutionizing the horror genre, released on August 8th, 2014, immediately becoming a hit. Praised for its unique style of gameplay, its deep lore, and its fantastic concept. Now, today we're going to be talking about one of its many spin-offs, Five Nights at Candy's. Five Nights at Candy's was released on July 18th, 2015. It is one of the biggest FNAF fan games to ever be created, spawning 2 sequels with a third on the way. The game started out as a model on Blender by Emil Mako, and as the model grew into popularity, so did the creator's interest in this character and what world he could build with it. Emil Mako did not expect this game to become as big as it did, but then creators such as Markiplier and Corey X Kenshin played it and holstered it into the limelight, causing it to rise substantially in popularity. Once the first night begins, the phone call you receive explains the basics of the game.
You have one new message.
Hello? Hello? Hi? Junior Manager here.
He goes on to explain how you have a limited amount of power, and then how you have the 2 doors to protect yourself from the animatronics in case they try to get in the office or anything like that. Now, he doesn't go on to explain what the window does, and I will get to that later, but it's not important for right now. Now, the 2 mechanics that really pop out to me is the night vision and the progressive overload on the doors. Now, the night vision on the cameras allows you to see on the cameras when you normally couldn't, and the progressive overload on the door means that the door drains more power the longer you use it, so you have to use it sparingly and you can't keep it down for too long. As night 1 progresses, not much occurs as per usual, but it allows you to become familiar with the game's mechanics and the characters. Somewhere throughout the night, Candy or Cindy will appear at the door sporting a pair of glowing eyes. This adds greatly to the visual aspect of the game, but it makes the cameras feel a little redundant, as you only need to see the glowing eyes to close the door and keep yourself safe. The same things happen in Night 2 as things get slightly more difficult with the introduction of Chester the chimpanzee. Once Night 3 rolls around, you learn you're not the first.
You have one new message.
Hello? Looks like you're doing a fine job. I mean, you're still here. You're already, practically as good as the last guard we had. Except, of course, he got fired in the end. But, yeah, he kind of damaged one of the animatronics during his shift. I mean, you wouldn't do that, would you? No way. I guess he went a little crazy, being alone in the dark each night.
The phone guy goes on to explain that Blank is an animatronic that you can draw on, made from some special type of plastic, and that his function is he will try and get through the window. He has cracked the window before and you have to close the metal door so he doesn't get in. But the real challenge is when you get to Night 4.
You have one new message.
Hello? Just checking in, making sure you're A-okay. So remember that previous security guard I told you about? Yeah, so we got a call from the police today. Apparently he has gone missing. I guess he actually was a bit crazy. I remember, the day before his last night of the week, he asked me to be with him on his shift that night. He told me there was something he had to show me. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Although I declined, he still showed up for his shift, so... then of course, the next morning we found out that the Blank character had been severely damaged, And then we checked the surveillance equipment. We found out that he had brought a wrench and completely smashed Blank. He had also left the building in the middle of his shift after that. I mean, he must have, he was nowhere to be found the next morning. You couldn't contact him or anything.
This adds to the depth of the story. It shows that the person who was before you went missing in this restaurant. and you know exactly what the cause is. Night 4 is arguably the best night in the game. Not only are you faced with a more difficult version of everything you faced up until this point, but it adds a completely new character, and that character is Old Candy. Old Candy is just like every other animatronic. He goes to one of the doors, he tries to kill you. If you don't close the door on time, you will die. But what makes him so special is his eyes don't glow. And that leads us into night 5. Night 5 is a mishmash of everything you've learned until this point, and it puts it all together and makes it extremely difficult, adding an entire layer to the game that you didn't know was there. This introduces the rat. The rat is just like Old Candy, but it's an old decrepit rat, and its eyes don't glow. And it is seen as the main antagonist in this game, really. One of the biggest aspects of the lore involves the rat. But that is for a later time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you all on the next one.